Gerald, turn your fire radio off.
Okay, shouldn't be able to hear it now. Sorry.
All right, we should be ready.
All righty. Good deal. Thanks everybody for showing up. We'll call to order the meeting of the McMinn County Planning Commission for December 17th, 2020. Thank God I don't have to say 2020 anymore.
Amen.
Everybody's got a copy of the minutes. So I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
I got a motion second on the minutes from November 19th, 2020. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. All right, under old business, we've
believe
got
we need a roll call
Tyler Goodner.
Just in the future for the next couple agenda items, we'll need a roll call vote for all agenda items.
Okay.
Do we need to state our name if we make the motion and second stuff like we did last time also?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good deal. All right, under old business, we've got Tyler Goodner. That's Mr. Metters.
Can I hear me now? I muted it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is basically a 5.75 acre piece of property that we're dividing off of Mr. Goodner's property back there. We're using a 50-foot easement along with the existing road that he has already got built. He has a really big, huge road built back. He's got chicken houses behind this property. The comments that were made were the road status, which we put on there. We put the electrical power on there. It says approval of subsurface disposal. We didn't have to have subsurface sewer disposal because it's larger than 5.75 acres. It's exempt from that. And that's what I got.
Right, and this is only being brought before the Planning Commission for the access easement. And staff would recommend approval of it.
Let me ask a question if you don't mind. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, on this private road that goes down through there, and I see the approval by the electric power, there's a gas line down that road. Is that anything that needs to be noted, or it feeds its chicken houses? Is that something that should be on there or not? I mean, there is, I'm just familiar with it because it's ours, you know.
I don't think so. We have it's got a 50-foot access to utility easement. That's in the utility easement. So that covers,
okay. That covers that. Okay, good deal. That's
yes,
okay.
All right, we got a recommendation from the staff to approve the Tyler Goodner property. Do I have a motion?
Clint Davis, so move.
Second.
Ed Simpson, second.
All right, we got a motion and second. All right, we need to do a roll call. So let's do Clint Davis.
Yes.
Marvin Kelly.
Yes.
Cheryl Ingram.
Yes.
Tad Simpson.
Aye.
Bob Lambert says yes also. So that's passed unanimously. Is that good enough, Garrett?
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll move on to new business, and we've got Stevens property. Again, Christian, you're on.
Stevens property. This is existing. It was existing lot of record, lot 1 that was approved previously. We had a septic approval on it. They wanted a bigger septic system where they wanted to put their house. They were granted that this was the Stevens dad granted an easement on the back side of it that TDEC approved. Both of those were recorded. The only thing we're doing to this property is we're adding the 12 feet to the right side of it. So those were all existing of record. The other comment was required that the Stevens and Joshua and Amanda Bosick, who own the house currently, sign it. They did. We put asked for the lot number to be put on it. We did do that. Since I don't think we need a variance since it's existing itself. And we did send to Garrett where he had a comment on being 5 acres, more than 5 acres remaining. We did cut that up already and sent the plat to him. There is 5 acres in the lot 1 for Johnny and Dan Stevens. There is 5 acres remaining, and he has a copy of that. So we're asking approval on that based on those.
Right. So just to kind of state what Mr. Metter said, this would normally be a staff approved plat, but because all they're doing is adding 12 feet to the south of lot 1R, the only reason it's coming for the planning commission is this septic easement area. I did find a recorded septic easement for this area that was dating back a couple of years ago. The only reason this couldn't be a staff approved is Marvin and I could not approve this easement alone, and that's the planning commission's decision.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Cheryl Ingram make a motion to approve.
Second.
Marvin Kelly,
Clint Davis, second.
All right, we got a motion and a second. And Clint Davis,
Yes,
Marvin,
yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Tad,
Yes.
and Bob says yes. So we approved it unanimously. And we'll move on to the next item, which is Mike Bell property. And again, Christian, you're on.
Yes, Mr. Bell and his son are Mr. Bell's cutting out the house. On that is existing septic, existing water. This is really just the only reason it's coming to the planning commission is the 50-foot easement that we're using. They're creating a new 50-foot easement on this coming through his property to that across the driveway. So other than that, all that's been signed off.
Staff would recommend approval of this plat.
Okay, we have
Where's his house going to be at? Where's Mike going to rebuild at?
I really don't know, Marvin.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I just know where his huddle is right this second in his camper.
Okay.
Ted Simpson move, we approve.
Marvin Kelly, second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to approve. Clint, Marvin,
yes.
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Tad.
Yes.
Okay, and Bob says yes. So passes unanimously. And we'll move on to Zachary's Meadow. Mr. Richmond.
Here, this is one that
Thanks, Christian.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Correction, it should be the Delane Dacus letter number C, Mr. Metters.
We're
Okay, sorry.
You skipped
We're
one.
moving that from the agenda. We're asked for a denial on that. It's not ready. I was told by the client that he had worked it out with our road superintendent. He has not quite finished with it, so that which needs to be denied right this second.
Okay, I didn't have that one on the one I'm looking at.
Ted
Sorry.
Simpson moved it and I.
Cheryl Ingram second.
All right, we got a motion second to deny. Clint,
Yes.
Marvin,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Tad.
Yes.
All right, and this is Bob, yes. So that passes. All right, now we ready for Zachary's Meadow?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good Good deal. Mr. Richmond.
Good morning. This is Jim Richmond. I apologize for missing last month on this one. It was kind of a combination of old age and memory not working together. But anyway, I think that the main issue we had with this one was the width and length of the flag stems. And my understanding was that the developer met with Mark Cochran and Garrett talked to him, and we put a restriction on those lots against further division, which is going to go on the plat, the final recorded plat, and in the deeds. And it was my understanding that we're going to ask for a variance on that. And that was, I think, the major issue.
Right. So, yeah, I guess my, excuse me, my first question was, did you ever send me a revised copy of this? Because all I have is to present is the markup.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Maybe it didn't go through, but I did.
I don't believe I received it. So essentially, yes, the property owner and Mark Cochran and I spoke probably about a month or so ago, and essentially stated that there could be certain variances granted. I didn't have anything in front of me at the time to go off of. I basically gave him general information saying, yes, you can request variances for X, Y, and Z, for example. And then this was sent in a couple of days later. And so as you can see, the red comment boxes, again, I haven't seen the revisions, are what I identified as that need to be revised or comments to be made. So the two main issues for me are that, for example, right here, any flag lot over 1 acre has to have a 50-foot flag stem width. There's two of them, lots 3 here and lot 4 here, side by side, and they're both showing 25 feet and they're both over 1 acre. Those should each be 50 feet in flag stem width. On top of the flag stem should not be any closer than 100 feet. They shouldn't be separated by less than 100 feet. So there's kind of a double issue there that require 2 variances. And so that's one issue there with lots 3 and 4, the same issue with lots 8 and 9. And I believe lot 1 just needs to be noted that it's 50 feet wide. It looks to be 50 wide, but
It is. Lot 1 is 50 foot. And
Sure.
I missed that dimension. Everything that you've got marked up has been corrected. And I assumed you got the plat because I didn't get any error that said it didn't come through, but that may have been my fault.
Okay. And then I guess my only other comment was about the Cedric Sharp property right here. It appears to be part of this larger development.
No, that's not our property. That's a piece that was already cut off of the Cedric Sharp property. He had a house on it. And then I think since then it's been sold to somebody else. So it was never part of what this developer bought.
I actually did that development. He is correct. Did that survey. He is correct.
Okay. And it also states that there's only to be one intervening lot between the flag lot and the street. And there's 2 shown here. There's lots 4 and 5 between lots 3. So with that said, and I haven't seen the revisions. I guess I can't recommend. I guess I would recommend denial of a variance for this.
I'm not trying to be short, but I don't know what to do but send it when I don't get an error code. I did send it, and I'll be glad to send it again. Like I say, we did miss last month, and that was my fault, but I've done everything that we were requested. I can read you the note we put on there. We actually went ahead and I've got a note on there that says lots 3 through 11 are restricted against future division. Based on this restriction, a variance has been granted by the McMinn County Planning Commission for width and length of the flag stems. We just went ahead and restricted all those lots against future division because they're only 100 foot wide. So that's kind of how we handle that. And it was my understanding that was the issue.
Sure. I mean, I can't recommend approval for it. It's the Planning Commission's decision at this point, based on what I have.
Do we need to move for denial till you see it?
I mean, that's up to you guys. I would recommend it. But I mean, Mr. Richmond, I guess this question is to you. you're saying that everything is the same. The flag stems are still shown at 25 feet. All the lot arrangement is still the same, correct?
Correct. Nothing has changed as far as layout.
Right. So it's really a question to the planning commission. Do you want to essentially approve it without seeing the revisions? That's really the main issue I would see.
And again, I don't want to sound short, but I have seen it, and I don't know what to do but send it. I understand that's one of the problems with emails and having to do things not face to face.
I guess probably call after you send it.
Well, it's not that easy. Garrett's like me, a little hard to get a hold of.
Do you have a date of when you sent it? Because I can look again.
I can find it, but it's in there on my other computer, so I'll have to go look. Yeah, if you can find it. We sent it shortly after he met with the folks, and we revised it and sent it.
This
Okay.
Clint Davis,
If-
my question is, we're granting a variance in the flag stem width of the easement going in there. Is that correct? Is that what he's asking for primarily?
So it would be a variance for the flag stem width for lots 3, 4, 8, and 9 for the width.
Yes, sir.
And then it would be the proximity of those flag stems, because they can't be any closer than 100 feet. And they're showing them side by side. So it's 2 variances there.
I'm asking this to the surveyor, why are we restricting those? Why are those flag stem widths just that wide? Why can't they be 50 feet wide to be in compliance?
It would cost him a lot.
He's developing the property to sell it. Is that correct?
Yeah, he'll build houses on these. He's a builder,
Okay.
and he will build and sell the houses.
Will there
This is
be
the
individual,
age.
will there be individual driveways for each lot, or will there be any access easements that will be shared?
I think his plans are individual driveways. If it would be better, we could put a joint easement and one driveway for like lots 3 and 4 to share and lots 8 and 9 to share. We could do it either way. I think the initial plan was individual driveways, but I'm sure he could do it either way if that would help the situation.
I think that would help the situation a lot, because that gets out of 2 different variances. It's got to be approved. Is that correct, Garrett?
Well, you'd still need a variance, but that would limit the number of access points on County Road 784. I think
Right.
that was the intent of that section, was to limit the number of driveways.
Robert, may I make a suggestion there, Jim? You actually make the one flag stem for lot 3 to be 55 foot wide and do a 50-foot easement inside of it. That meets the regulations. Same thing with lot 9, make it 50 foot wide instead of 50, with a 50-foot easement going to lot 8. Then you wouldn't have to have a variance on either one of them.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying that I wouldn't.
We can cut lots off an easement.
Yes, sir. In McMinn County, yes, sir, you can. It has to be a 50-foot wide easement. If you made the lot 3 50 foot wide, 55 foot wide, and then a 50-foot easement for lot 4. That way that easement's not touching lot 5 or the K property. That would meet the regulations, gentlemen, from what we've done before.
Right. Yeah. It looks like there's ways to make this work. It's just in this format,
Yeah.
this configuration, I can't recommend approval for it.
Yeah, I appreciate them, but I think that's the way to go, is just make that change on the easement that are on the flag stems.
So basically what you're saying is lot 8 and lot 4 would not actually have road frontage. They would have a 50-foot access easement.
Yes, sir. You have the lot 3 would have a 55-foot wide flag stem. And then you put the 50-foot in the middle of that. So it's got 2.5 feet left and right of that. That's not touching any other lot. So you got an easement going to lot 4. And then you have an easement, do the same thing on lot 9, make it 55-foot wide with a 50-foot easement for lot 8, going only across lot 9's flag stem. You have 2.5 feet left and right of that. And that would create lot 8. That would continue that would still have all your, the number of lots, Jimmy, but that would meet the regulations.
All right. We can do that.
Well, and then it goes back to Garrett's, but basically what's in front of us, we probably need, I'm not real comfortable with it. I don't know about any of the rest of y'all. But
Well, we can, I mean, that change was never suggested to me. It just, to be honest with you, it seems like we're making it worse instead of better, but that's y'all's call because it's your dime. So that's fine. If that's how you want to do it, we can do that. Is there any way that we can ask for preliminary and final approval at the same time and bring a preliminary and final plat back next month? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
thinking.
sorry.
I mean, I guess that's really a question for the planning commission. Based on the number of lots, that's why I requested a preliminary plat, because I assumed that I didn't know the exact plans at the time. But based on the fact that we've seen it here in this format, I don't see an issue with seeing a final plat, but that's for the planning commission to decide. So the final plat would, yeah.
And I can bring both plats. It's not a problem to resubmit another preliminary and a final. And then when I email these to Garrett, maybe he could give me a call or something and let me know that it looked okay to him.
Sure. There's not going to be any new infrastructure built, is there?
Beg pardon?
There's not going to be any new infrastructure built, no new roads, water.
No new roads or water. He has paid or is going to pay Etowah Utility to put the water line in up the road as soon as we get approval. So there'll be a new water line in the county road, but no infrastructure within the lots. They'll all just run meters and service.
Okay. Yeah, I think given the fact that we've seen this for 2 months now, I don't have an issue with receiving a final.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Make the changes that was recommended.
We'll do that. We'll do that. That would help the developer a lot as far as, he's paying interest, of course, like the rest of us. So we would appreciate that. That would help a lot.
Okay. All right, I'll entertain a motion to deny based on the changes. And then you can bring back the preliminary and final at the meeting in January.
Clinton Davis, I so move.
Cheryl Ingram approved, or second.
All right, we got a motion second. Clint,
Yes.
Marvin,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Dad,
yes,
and this is Bob. I vote yes also. So that's what we'll do in January, and appreciate Mr. Richmond. Appreciate your cooperation on that too.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Everybody have a nice Christmas.
and you too.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
Christmas, Jimmy.
Hey, do we have any other business?
No, sir, not
Okay.
for me.
All right, staff report.
No, sir. Merry Christmas.
Very good. Merry Christmas to everybody else. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Marvin Kelly, so moved.
Cheryl Ingram, second.
All right, motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Ah,
Merry Christmas, folks. See y'all.
Chris,
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I
Clint,
appreciate y'all.
looking at you, we'll see you